Greetings, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Dylesia Hampton here. I am actually coming to you today to share a story with you, and it's a personal story, but it's definitely inspiring, and I hope that it also inspires you. I have a friend, and this particular friend, he actually, as a young boy, had dreams of being a doctor. And I apologize to him because I did not ask if I could share this story, but I'm sure he's okay with it. At any rate, he had dreams of being a doctor ever since being a young boy. And of course, anyone who's ever applied to medical school or something that's, along the same lines of difficulty as that, you know that the application process is intensive, as is the standardized testing that requires you to be accepted. So this particular friend, went through those processes, and it was a bit difficult for him. And he got accepted to a school, and the school gave him 10 days in order to decide whether or not he wanted to attend and, to actually be where he needed to be at the school. And 10 days is a suffice amount of time if you're moving up the street. But when you're leaving the comfort of your home, leaving the comfort of everything you've known for the past 20-something years of your life, and moving 700 miles away where you know no one, 10 days is not nearly enough time. That's a move that people take years to make. But this particular friend, regardless of the financial constraints that would come as a result of the move, or the fact that he didn't know where he'd stay or what he'd, eat, or, even the simple basic necessities of life, the things that are at the bottom of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, he had no idea how those would be fulfilled. But he stepped out on faith and let God be God. And that's what I want to come to you today with, that particular question, command, and obligation. Will you step out and let God be God? Or will you continue to allow the signs and the fact that you don't have enough money, or the fact that you don't know anyone, or the fact that 5% of people who actually launch out and try to achieve what you're trying to achieve actually succeed? Will you let statistics determine your destiny, or will you step out on faith and allow God to determine your destiny? So back to the story. The friend, and speaking with him about 2 months ago, and he'd actually just gotten into the program and, started to get his feet wet with everything, he let me know that it had been one of the easiest transitions of his life. Not only does he have someplace to live, he has a 2-bedroom apartment. Not only does he have suffice amount of food, he also has furniture that he didn't have to pay for. God made a way for him because he made God make a way. He petitioned God, stepped out on faith, and allowed for God to do what he's supposed to do in your life. God can never show up if you never present an opportunity for him to show up. If you have everything under control and you live a life of safety where nothing is a risk, then there's no need for him. So what I want you to do is to chase after your dreams. Number 1, don't be afraid to relocate to achieve them. And number 2, don't allow people, naysayers, naysaying situations to determine what you're going to become. You have a dream and you need to go out and achieve it, regardless of who has attempted to achieve it before and who has failed. So that's what I want you guys to do, not to wait for answers, but instead to realize that God doesn't always give us answers. Sometimes we have to step out without them before he will present them before us. That's all I want to say, and I would love to have your comments and your feedback in the box below. Remember to chase after your dreams because no one can tell you no but yourself.